People think workplace bullying looks obvious. Raised voices, public insults, clear villains. But the most dangerous bullies don't shout. They correct you with a smile. They embarrass you calmly. They make you doubt yourself while everyone watches. And the worst part, if you react the wrong way, you don't look bullied, you look unprofessional. This is the story of Denzel, and how he learned that stopping a workplace bully is less about fighting back and more about taking control the right way. Denzel had waited years for a role like this, not because it paid the most, but because it felt like a step forward, a place where effort mattered and growth was possible. The office was polished, glass walls, quiet conversations, people who carried themselves with confidence. On his first week, Daniel and I showed him around. Friendly, helpful, careful with his words. "Just focus on your work," Daniel said casually. "You'll be fine." Denzel noticed Marcus. Almost immediately. Marcus was confident, outspoken, and well-established. He spoke freely in meetings. People deferred to him without question. At first, Denzel admired that confidence. He didn't know yet that confidence and dominance often wear the same face. The first incident happened during a team meeting. Denzel was presenting a routine update. Nothing controversial, nothing risky. Halfway through, Marcus interrupted. "Are you sure this is accurate?" He leaned back slightly, smiling. "Because this looks unfinished." The room went quiet. Marcus laughed softly as if joking. "I'm just asking." A few people smiled awkwardly. No one challenged him. Denzel finished his presentation, but something inside him tightened. After the meeting, Chris patted his shoulder. "Don't take it personally, that's just Marcus." That sentence echoed in his head. That's just Marcus. The comments didn't stop. Marcus questioned Denzel's work publicly. He reassigned tasks without explanation. He corrected him even when the work was solid. What bothered Denzel most was not the criticism, but the audience. Marcus never corrected Daniel that way. Never spoke to Chris like that. Only Denzel. Once, during a discussion, Marcus said, "Maybe next time, let someone more experienced handle this." The words sounded harmless, but the message was clear. Denzel began to dread meetings, not because he wasn't prepared, but because he knew Marcus would speak. One afternoon, Denzel approached Marcus privately, calmly, respectfully. "I'd prefer feedback one-on-one," Denzel said. Marcus smiled. "Wow, I didn't realize you were so sensitive." He chuckled. "I'm just doing my job." The conversation ended politely, but the behavior didn't change. At lunch, Denzel spoke to Daniel. "He does that to people he thinks won't push back," Daniel said quietly, "but no one wants problems." That was when Denzel realized something painful. People saw it. They just didn't want it to be their problem. The breaking point came on a Friday. Marcus edited Denzel's report without informing him, then criticized the changes publicly. "This should have been done properly the first time," Marcus said. Denzel spoke up. "That wasn't my version." Marcus tilted his head. "Are you saying I changed your work?" The room froze. Denzel explained himself. His voice was firm but emotional. After the meeting, Chris pulled him aside. "Be careful," he said. "You look defensive." That's when Denzel understood the trap. Marcus could provoke calmly, but Denzel wasn't allowed to respond emotionally. Denzel stopped reacting. He began to observe. He noticed Marcus only acted this way when managers weren't present. He noticed the bullying always sounded professional, never rude enough to report easily, And most importantly, he noticed Marcus relied on reactions. Once Denzel stopped reacting, the pattern became obvious. This wasn't personality, it was control. Denzel changed his response. The next time Marcus interrupted him, Denzel said calmly, "Let me finish." No explanation, no apology. When Marcus criticized him publicly, Denzel replied, "Please send feedback directly." The room felt different. People noticed. Marcus paused longer before speaking next time. Without reactions to feed on, Marcus became sharper. His comments felt less controlled. One day he snapped unnecessarily. This time, the room didn't laugh. Chris frowned. Daniel avoided Marcus's eyes. Later that day, Daniel said quietly, "That wasn't okay." For the first time, Denzel didn't feel alone. Marcus didn't apologize, but he backed off. Meetings became calmer. Denzel was interrupted less. His work stopped being altered without permission. Nothing dramatic happened, but the balance had shifted. Denzel hadn't fought loudly. He hadn't escalated recklessly. He had simply removed Marcus's control. Workplace bullying survives on imbalance, on silence mixed with fear, on reactions that can be twisted. It weakens when you stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Strength at work doesn't always look aggressive. Sometimes it looks calm, measured, consistent. Finding your voice doesn't mean raising it. It means knowing when to speak, how to speak, and when silence is no longer protection. Bullies don't stop because you suffer quietly. They stop when they lose leverage. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stand firm long enough for the truth to speak on your behalf. Got a workplace bully? Don't disappear. Don't explode. Get steady, set boundaries, and take your power back quietly.